Everyone can take a look. It is possible to directly change our history, a whole structure of history. And it makes you look beautiful. If you don't say it's a modification parts, more people think it is the original parts. Let's look at the texture of its handle, including a positioning of it, and its switch position. Our hands on the top of the armrest box. The position of the switches is very coordinated. You can turn the switch on or off very comfortably. The switch can be connected to many things, especially many people will install a variety of lamps. This is a very good location for the control switch, including your air pump and radio, and so on some external equipment. There are also some modified exhaust. Any control switch can be here. We were divided into 4 switches ABCD. In addition, our biggest highlight of this will not affect the function of our original Type-C socket and USB socket. It is still compatible with the original CarPlay, will not affect any function of the original car. The switch will have an indicator light, because we are not connected to any other external devices, so we don't have wiring, after everyone is wired up. The downward direction is closed. Upward is on. After you turn it on, the corresponding light will also light up. It proves that you have turned on this device. Let's take a look at its overall appearance. The articulation of both the modified part and the original part is excellent. This is more like an original part, and not a modification. The grain of dry carbon in matte black, with the original car as a whole of this leather, including this black plastic surface. It also goes very well with, its strength of this handle is very high. Very, very high. We can shake the whole car. It will not even have a problem. Because this one we have done to strengthen. Did the enhancement treatment. Both sides are the same. Its strength is very high. You do not have to worry about the strength of this handle. There are times when we drive a sharp turn. Whether it's the main driver or the co-driver, it is possible to play an auxiliary role. You can look at the overall. Hello everyone, welcome to the PLUMB installation tutorial. This issue brings you the latest products of M1 series. Then you can first take a look. The main material we use is carbon fiber. The central control section is carbon fiber and CNC aluminum parts. Our handles are the same. You can look at the texture. A very comfortable handle. Okay, let's start the installation. Before installation, you need to remove this entire trim panel from the original car. You can see that there are 4 screws on the side. First remove the original 4 screws. After that, use the warp to pry it open. As you can see, we now have the side screws removed. After removing it, push it outward by hand. The upper snap is loosened. Then remove this snap under the trim panel. Take out the whole veneer and watch the video operation. Take it down. Remove the trim panel on the other side in the same way. We can take the right side down directly as well. We have now removed this piece of trim from it. Take down. Everyone can look at this structure behind our. The same is with 3 rows of this snap. To remove all 3 rows of clips. After removing it we started to take it down. The main thing we need to do now is to remove this piece of wood trim. We remove all these screws from the back. After removing this, wood veneer can be taken off. The wood veneer is now removed. You can take a look. We are going to install this bracket on the car first. Now you can look at the overall structure of the side. We are required to remove the front of these 2 clips. After removal, then the middle position of the 2 screws also removed. There is also the front of this screw and a small screw next to remove. Then install this bracket here using the original screws. Installation of the front bracket. To pay attention. Put this side in first. After we put it in, we went to install the small screw. The front screw we borrowed from the side to remove the screw. There is another bracket. We are above with this 3M adhesive. We are in this position. The middle of this bracket. The reverse side to paste to this can. It is in the middle of our central integration. Next, install the product. After the bracket is installed, install the original trim panel back to its original position. Installation and removal are the same. Next, install the control panel. You can see that there are many lines. This wire is connected to the vehicle fuse. We are using a special plug. The product will be equipped with a special wiring harness. The other 2 wires. This one is plugged into the original USB port. The other one plugs into the original Type-C port of the car. The other is the cigarette lighter interface. We just plug directly into it. Focus on this line. We are going to pass this wire from this position on the side. It's under this trim. We go from the bottom of this trim to the front of this position. After all plugs are inserted, tuck the thread into the box. Then the installation is complete. Then this wire is taken out and installed. Convenient to connect other wires after all installation. Next step is to install the carbon fiber long trim. This decorative plate on the side. Then install the last and the front of a screw. As you can see, we have now put this trim on both sides, and this control panel in the middle is already installed. After the middle of the 3 small screws screwed on, we have the same installation on both sides. Then you can install the handle. After we put this handle on, we first go to install the following 2 sides of the screw. First install these 2 small screws. Then tighten all the screws.